right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear and I can hear. All right, can you state your name for the record?
Annabel Bishop.
In a Texas courtroom, Annabel Bishop faced sentencing for continuous family violence. Her mother begged for treatment instead of prison. Her lawyer argued for another chance, and Annabel pleaded, "Please don't do this." But the judge reminded her of the CPS plan violations, drug use, and violence that cost her custody. In the end, the court decided her fate.
2023 CR 2077, State of Texas versus Annabel Bishop. Could I have parties announced for the record?
This isn't just another courtroom routine. Annabel Bishop faces continuous family violence charges, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Her freedom, her children, and her future hang in the balance. But a devastating twist is coming.
And it's a continuous violence case. The state is silent on your application, but they're asking that punishment be assessed at 5 years in the prison. Have parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor. I just have one witness, Your Honor.
All right.
Very from the state.
Thank you. You may call your witness. All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear and I can hear. All right. Can you state your name for the record?
Annabel Bishop.
All right. Defense?
Please state your the relationship to Ms.
I'm her mother.
At this point, you understand the charges against this court, pending in this court?
Yes,
Do
I do.
you know the dynamics of the ex-husband and his father?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And at this point, they are wanting her to go away for 5 years.
Of course they do.
At this, can you please tell the court what are your wishes as to your daughter?
I don't think that she'd be. I don't think that she should go for 5 years.
Do you ask this court to grant her deferred adjudication?
I plead with this court to grant her. Deferred.
At this point, the court prepared, or the court says there's no mental health issues. And what kind of needs do you think your daughter has if given probation today, substance abuse wise?
Yes, that should be placed in a program and
Outpatient, that is?
outpatient, please.
Is it, what kind of drugs is she using?
To my knowledge, for CPS, it's weed.
And other than that, what other, does she need any kind of additional mental health services? Anything? What
I
else does she?
believe that she might, yes.
I know that nothing was identified officially, but what makes you think?
Nothing was identified because no one's taken the time to actually,
But what are your concerns with her?
All right. You all need to talk one at a time.
What are your concerns with your daughter?
My concerns are that she just needs the help that she needs, and she doesn't need to go to prison. I think that she would be able to do this out.
Is it your first felony, of course?
Yes, her first.
And
Yes.
who else lives in the household with you?
Just me.
You spend a lot of money and effort to get her on bond. How much money did you spend on that?
$2,500
Okay. And then she's back in jail. Why is that? Why is she back in jail?
because she missed her court date.
And other than that, she was always a good, well behaved.
Yes, and she only missed her court date because she had a scratch in her eye. And she does have medical records for that.
Okay. And at this point, do you think she will be able to successfully comply with the education requirements, going to classes, making appointments, reporting, staying away from the next victim?
Yes.
Okay. And it says here that she has shown no remorse. She thinks it's all fun and games what she did to the ex-father-in-law. What do you think? Do you think she's remorseful?
Yes, I do. And they should be remorseful for what
I was
they
saying
did to her.
she took responsibility for what she's charged with. She's not saying she's innocent, but she's remorseful, you're saying?
Yes.
And she understands,
Remorse.
and she understands, and you understand, if the court wants to give her on her first felony, the education, if she messes up, she'll get the full individual punishment and go to prison for much longer. She understands that. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay.
You wouldn't ask her.
But you have a high school diploma, She understands everything. She's competent, you believe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this point, again, I was trying to clarify with you. Does she need mental health evaluation, you think?
Yes, I do.
On what basis?
Notice the mother's defense. She insists Annabel only needs treatment, not prison. But missing a court date and prior CPS concerns weaken that argument. Do you believe family loyalty should outweigh a documented history of violence and neglect?
What kind of service does she need? Counseling? Does she need evaluation? What does she need?
I would think that she would need counseling and psychiatric evaluation.
But all that can be done outpatient. You're asking for the court to grant a deferred, release her today?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
Completely.
That's a witness. Thank you.
Any questions?
No questions. All
All right, I have some questions. So you're her mother?
Yes.
How many children does she have?
She has 2.
All right. Why was CPS involved?
Because her father-in-law called CPS.
Okay. And the grandchildren were placed with the father-in-law, correct?
They were placed with the father-in-law and the non-biological grandmother.
Okay. So that's where the children were placed.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you aware of the facts of this case?
Not all the facts.
Are you aware that she gave him a black eye?
No.
Are you aware that she went over to the home? At the job site, it states, the victim said that his grandchildren were placed on a safety plan on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 by Child Protective Services due to physical abuse allegations. Do you know what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what that means is that Child Protective Services didn't do a legal case, and her attorney will tell you this. They just did a safety plan. So the safety plan is designed to get the parents stabilized. So what they did was they placed the children with the father-in-law, and I'm sure they told her that these are the times that you can have your children as far as visitation. So what he says is around 9 a.m. today, the defendant, your daughter, came to his job site again, banging on the door. His coworker alerted him that she was here, and they called the police. The grandfather came through the gates and told her to leave. She began yelling, "Where are my effing kids?" He grabbed her phone and threw it so that she would leave the property. She then punched him in the face a couple of times and ran to get her phone. Shortly after, she returned on the property, threatening to damage the grandfather's truck and flatten his tires. She was looking for rocks, so he went to stop her. She came at him swinging with a closed fist. He grabbed her by the shirt and hip tossed her to the ground. He placed his hand on her back until she calmed down.
This moment explodes with drama, shouting, threats, and even a punch thrown at the grandfather. For the court, these aren't just family squabbles. They're evidence of an ongoing pattern. Would you have seen this as violence or desperation?
What drugs are she using?
To my knowledge, marijuana.
So you think she's only using marijuana? And you think all of this, that Child Protective Services, which they don't even do anymore, I don't know why they don't do it, but Child Protective Services are not putting children in safety plans or removing them because parents are using marijuana. It has to be more than that. Do you understand?
They didn't tell me that.
Okay.
I actually.
All right. So as a parent, sometimes we let our love of our children blind us or look at things through rose-colored glasses. In order to help children, you need to take the rose-colored glasses off and see your child for who they are. Now, you may not like what you're seeing with your child. You may not like the relationships they're choosing. You may not like the fact that they're doing drugs, but you have to acknowledge that and quit glossing over the fact that she doesn't have custody of her kids. and I hate kids because it's baby goats, but I'm saying kids because that's what's in the police report. But she doesn't have custody of her children. And the reason why she doesn't have custody of her children is because there's allegations of physical abuse, not physical abuse where her partner that she chose is hitting on her, but physical abuse to the children and drug use. That's why there was a safety plan. And that's why the children were placed with the grandfather. Now, why the children are not placed with you, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not acknowledging the fact that your daughter has violence issues, that your daughter has drug issues. Maybe that's why the children didn't place them with, maybe that's why CPS didn't place the children with you. I don't know if you had a chance to put your name down for somebody to be interviewed.
Yes, I did. And
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but they came to my house, and because I was working, she said that I was too busy. And I've been trying to get a hold of them. I've been trying to be part of the safety plan, and they've been pushing me away.
Well, I mean, if they are pushing you away, I do, honestly, I understand why. Because you think that your daughter needs to be on outpatient treatment. You think your daughter needs to be released, and you're not looking at the fact that the children are in the care of this grandfather
This grandfather.
because of allegations of physical abuse and because she is living with somebody in a vehicle. Do you really think it's great for children to be living with parents living in a vehicle?
Your Honor, may I speak?
Yes, you may.
Okay, John Tovar and Jacob Tovar started Annabel on drugs.
Mhm.
They gave her the drugs.
And how old was she when this started?
18,
All right. And how old was Tovar, her boyfriend?
19.
And where were you as a parent? Were you letting her be out and about? Was she still living with
She
you?
was married with her husband.
These are choices that people make. And what drugs were they using? Just marijuana?
To my knowledge, like I said, I didn't.
All right. So you're saying he started her on marijuana. So according to you, the only drug that she's ever been using has been marijuana. Is that what you're telling the court?
To my knowledge of what I know, yes, and what she's told me.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, with that, I have no further questions. And I pass.
Any questions?
And I rest. No questions, Your Honor. Just argument.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in to give me an insight into your daughter. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Anyone else you want to call?
I rest. Just argument.
All right. The court will hear argument.
Respectfully, my client is remorseful. She does have a place. She has a family support system. She's denying mental health, but the mother thinks she may need some kind of evaluation. And as to substance abuse, I understand we do have some recommendations, big UAs for the first 90 days. But because it's really her first felony conduct, we're asking the court to defer finding of guilt and give her a chance to either show the court.
Here's the defense strategy: highlight support systems, downplay mental health, and argue this is Annabel's first major felony. But judges don't just consider first offences. They weigh patterns, risks, and public safety. Should this plea have been enough?
Solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Annabel Bishop.
All right. What do you wish to say?
I am very remorseful for what happened that day. And I don't feel like I should be,
What happened that day?
well, you had just explained it, but that wasn't the whole story because he did put his hands on me as well, numerous times. That's why I pressed charges back on him.
Why were you at the location?
To retrieve my kids.
All right,
Because
and
the original agreement was my kids were supposed to spend the night with him and I was supposed to pick them up that morning.
No.
That's why I was there.
So you're saying there was not a CPS safety plan in
Oh,
place?
yes, there is. Mhm.
All right.
And the plan that me and Jacob had came up with was for his dad to be on the plan and my mom to be on the plan as well.
I'm sorry. I just want to just guide you.
No. I want to listen to what she's saying because she's changing her story to me.
Well, may I have a minute?
No,
Thank you.
she's on the witness stand. So go for it.
But anyways, I'm very remorseful for what happened that day.
No. Let's go back to the safety plan business.
Yes,
So you're saying there was an agreement with the safety plan for what?
just for my mom and his dad to be on the safety plan. That's it. That's all I was gonna say.
No, your mom just testified. You heard her testify that says she was not considered for the safety plan. So she was not on a safety plan. So your mom wasn't on there. So the only person who was on the safety plan was him. So why did you think that you were to go and pick up the children?
My kids,
Yes.
because I missed my kids and I just wanted to see my kids. That's the only reason. I love my children.
Did you realize that was a violation of the safety plan?
No, I didn't realize that.
All right, you want some questions?
Oh, you want to just vaguely,
Sure.
you're not minimizing your involvement, no, you're still taking full responsibility.
Yes.
You're asking the court to not send you to TDC today. You want help for substance abuse and maybe mental health if identified.
Correct.
And you understand deferred, if you mess up, you get the full range of punishment.
Yes, I understand.
And this could be more than 5 years.
Yeah.
And you want to stay away from the complaining witness,
Yes.
from the families, and you're going to comply with all safety plan, court rules, anything.
Whatever it takes.
And your mother, who else lives in the household?
Just me and my mom. I say.
And she asked to spend a lot of money to bond you out,
Yeah.
and you missed court again. Why? Because you were,
I had a cornea abrasion in my eye.
okay, and you provide documentation of that to the
Yes.
court. Okay, thank you.
What drugs were you taking?
I've only ever done marijuana. That's it.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
Oh, you guys.
All right. Court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Jacob Tovar and Juan Tovar. I see that there is a request for restitution, but in the PS report, the court does not have a restitution amount, so the court is not going to order restitution. It's not in the PSI report.
Please don't do this. Why are you doing this?
All right. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with did you understand it? Did you sign it?
I thought it was gonna be confusing, so I don't know.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed the plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to your attorney. And the state has tendered a dismissal for the assault on a.
In the end, the judge sentenced Annabel Bishop to 4 years in prison, rejecting her plea for treatment. Continuous violence, CPS violations, and drug use tipped the scales. What's your take on this ruling? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more dramatic courtroom moments.